Hi, it's Susan Proper, coming to you for the first time from Women Inspired Beyond Asanas. So this is a group that is an offshoot of my Facebook page, Susan Proper Yoga. And I know that some of you have joined this group, and I'm hoping that more of you will join this group so that you can partake in these Facebook Live yoga sessions with me, the gift of stillness, and also participate in a lot more of what we'll be sharing here. We'll be sharing information about essential oils, crystals, maybe cards, and whatever else it is that perhaps you want to talk about and you'd like to learn about. That's the reason that I'm here online with you, sharing, so that we can grow as a group and get to know one another and become more of a kula, more of a tribe, more of a group of women that grow together and can share and feel connected and feel empowered and become friends, I guess, and learn and grow together. So tonight is the inaugural Facebook Live from this group, and I hope that that some of you enjoy what we're doing here in this group, and I hope some of you will say hello and let me know where you're watching from and participating from, and just give a wave. And if you're watching from the replay later on when you have time, if you're not available to watch tonight, then also just let me know who you are and where you are watching from. And, you know, please always feel free to give me comments, ask questions, or again, let me know if there's something specific that you would like more information on, or that you would like to see in my Facebook Lives that perhaps, you know, we're not covering enough, or I'm not covering enough for you. Something that I will always be doing is Yin Yoga. I am a Yin Yoga teacher. I'm certified in Yin Yoga. I'm also certified in Hatha Yoga and Chair Yoga. But my passion is Yin Yoga. And I'm also certified in Yoga Nidra. So tonight, what I would like to do is start off with just some breath work, and also a little bit of, I guess, something that I'm sort of experiencing personally, which is truthfully trying to not or let me rephrase this. Don't make yourself last on your list, okay? I have this habit of making myself last on my list. And, you know, when I work with students, and whether it be in a private situation or in groups, I'm always talking about self-compassion, self-love, and self-care, and treating yourself right and well, and personal well-being. And sometimes I don't walk my own talk, and so I just want to reinforce how important it is to don't make yourself last on your list. You know, in this crazy world that we are all walking through, it's so easy to forget about your own needs and your own care, your own yeah, your own care. You know, we have to take care of so many other things and so many other people. And in my own life, you know, I run a business, I have a home, I have many other things. I have an elderly parent that I'm taking care of from long distance, and you know, many other things too that, you know, weigh heavily on your life or my life. And sometimes these things just make you forget about taking care of yourself. And taking care of yourself is what makes you able to take care of others. So one of the things that you must always remember is to take care of yourself. Don't make yourself last on your list. And one of the best ways that I know to take care of yourself is with yoga, with meditation, with reading, and with just rest and relax. And that's my true belief. And I teach it, I preach it. I don't do it enough personally, but I do it when I can, but I'm teaching it and preaching it, and so I'm always aware of it. I do believe that we must always listen to our hearts. And the heart knows what's best for us. The heart is connected to the intuition, which is in your gut. And you kind of like have this three brain thing, right? You have the logic, you have the heart, and then you have your gut. And the brain controls mostly your subconscious mind. The heart and the gut, those are the ones that really you need to pay most attention to, because that is your conscience, your conscious logic, if you want to call it that. And that is where you should be listening to most of the time. And let that be what guides you. And let that be what you follow. And let that be what almost empowers you and leads you in your life. So you need to stop, you need to listen, and you need to follow that. And let that be what you walk to. And if you do that, you won't be last on your list. And with that, one of the best ways I know to begin to calm your nervous system and help yourself to relax and rest is with breath work. So we've done this once before, I think a couple of weeks ago, and it's called the 4-7-8 breath work. And we're going to do that again. Because it's real easy to forget to practice breath work unless somebody's guiding you and helping you. So we're going to do that again. And I will give you an example first, and then we'll do it 4 times together, okay? So what you do is you have your tongue on the roof of your mouth, just behind your 2 front teeth. And you inhale to a count of 4 with your mouth closed. And the tongue never moves during this whole breath work, okay? So you inhale with your lips closed to a count of 4, then you hold your breath for a count of 7, and then you exhale, tongue never moves, with your mouth, your lips like open like that, with a whoosh sound to a count of 8. Okay, I'll do it once to just show you, and then you will do it with me 4 times. All right, so I'll do it one time just to show you. Tongue goes to the roof of the mouth behind the 2 front teeth. Mouth is closed. And I'm going to inhale to the count of 4. Okay, so I inhaled to 4, held my breath for 7, and then exhaled a whoosh for 8. So let's do 4 of them, okay? So you're sitting up nice and straight. You can also do this laying down. This is very relaxing, okay? This is something that you can practice daily. It helps your nervous system. This will also help you if you have sleeping problems, if you're trying to deal with like insomnia or trying to get to sleep at night. You can try doing this laying down and in your bed and try to help you fall asleep. All right, so here we go. Tongue at the top of the mouth, right between the 2 front teeth. Inhale with the mouth closed to 4, hold for 7, and then whoosh out for 8, okay? Another one. Next one. One more. Good. Now just sort of relax. Keep your spine kind of straight, but breathe normally for just a few minutes. Good. Now always remember that your breath and energy are your life force, okay? We're working with this book. We started working with it the last time, Energy, the little book of energy medicine. And energy is really the life force that really keeps you functioning, right? So you think about, oh, I'm tired. I'm not talking about that kind of energy. I'm talking about prana. I'm talking about what some people call qi, like in Chinese medicine. I'm talking about the energy that goes through the meridians in your body, like acupressure meridians and acupuncture meridians. I'm talking about the energy that is part of your life force. Without it, there are parts of you, like in your nervous system, that just wouldn't function. So it's different than energy from not getting enough sleep, or just being lazy kind of energy. We're talking about energy that's prana energy, life force energy. And that's what we're talking about with this little book. That's what we've sort of been working on this month. And last time we talked about, we actually did a couple of exercises from this book, and I would like to do a couple more tonight. They're very, very easy, very simple. These are simple things that you can do at home. Some of them you can do in your office at your desk, and nobody would even really know that you were doing something to help you with your energy meridians, your life force, your prana. So we're going to do a couple tonight. One of them is called hookup. And I know that's a weird word, but it's called hookup. And this one is for like any kind of a day where you're not feeling yourself. You're just feeling a little bit off. Something's not quite right? You just have those days. You're not really sick, but you don't feel yourself. And what this particular, it's not really an exercise, but what this particular, I don't really want to call it a pose either, but what this motion does is it sends energy up the meridian in the front of your body and down the back of up the back of your body, which supports your nervous system, okay? And it gives you a little bit of a boost, makes you feel immediately, okay, something's going on here and I am feeling better. So you just feel that physical boost in energy, prana energy, not like, oh, I'm wide awake now, but this is a different kind of energy. This is like, okay, something's going on inside my nervous system and I feel better. So I'm gonna just move a little bit further back so that I can show you this particular motion. Let's see. Let's see. Get this on the camera. Okay, this is very simple. What you do, okay, again, this is called hookup, and you have the middle finger of one hand in your navel, right in the belly button. You push in, and then you have the middle finger of the other hand in your third eye, so that's right between your eyebrows, okay, your third eye. You push in and pull up, and we're going to hold this for about 5 breaths. So you're going to inhale with your mouth closed and exhale with your mouth open, okay? I've lost count. I'm going to do one more breath. Okay. So again, this works on 2 meridians, one that sends energy up the front of the body and one that sends energy up the spine, the back of the body, which is supporting your nervous system. Okay, so you inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth for about 5 or 6 breaths. Ooh, I have a big red spot there now. It's probably best to do that one standing up. I'm doing it sort of kneeling so that you can see me in the camera. Okay, again, that's for days where maybe you're just kind of not feeling yourself. It's called the hookup. All right, and the next one that we're going to do is, it's for gait reflexes. This is for your feet if you walk a lot or if you stand a lot for work. Your feet, if you know anything about reflexology, your feet, basically anywhere that you touch on the bottom of your feet has a corresponding part of the body that it will affect. So if you give yourself a foot massage, and let's just say you're rubbing here, this could be affecting the spine area, your toes, massaging your toes, affect some organ in your body. It's amazing. If you study reflexology, basically the foot, anywhere on the foot relates to some part of your body. But we're going to be working on the top of the foot today, for the most part, although we are going to have our fingers wrapped around the bottom of the foot. But we are going to be massaging through the metatarsal bones on the top of the foot. And this is to restore energy, because a lot of energy gets clogged up in your feet if you stand a lot or you walk a lot. And this is a really simple thing to do. And if you know anything about acupressure, when you perform acupressure on your feet, there's a lot of points also that on the tops of your feet in the metatarsal area that actually are linked to your shoulders and your hips that help you with gait. It's so interesting. Acupressure and acupuncture and reflexology and how that all relates to the meridians and the organs, and it's just an amazing thing. But this one is really simple. I'm going to try to get my foot here on the camera. Okay, I hope you can see this. So the tops here, the metatarsals, if you bring your foot up, you can feel these bones here, okay? These bones that run like towards between your toes, okay? You'll feel them. That's where we're going to be massaging. But you need to have your foot flat on the floor, actually, with your fingers cupped underneath the foot. Let's see if I come this way. Maybe that'll be better. Let's see if you can see it. Okay. So your fingers are underneath the foot. Okay. Now again, if you lift the toes, you'll really feel those bones. Okay. But we're going to come down flat. But we're going to still go where those bones are. So we're just going to press on those bones and come all the way down the toes. Press on those bones, come all the way down the toes. Press on the bones all the way down the toes. Press on the bones all the way down the toes. Do it one more time so you really can see what I'm doing. Press on those bones, go all the way down the toes. On those bones, all the way down. On those bones, all the way down. You don't want to feel any pain, okay? All right, we'll switch feet. Hands are underneath. Okay, if you lift your toes, you'll feel those bones. You feel all those bones in there, those metatarsal bones. Okay. Press, go down the toes. Press, go down the toes. Press, down. Press, down. Once again, press, down. Press, down. Press, down. Press, down. Now I'm just showing you that. I did it twice. I mean, if it really feels good to you, you could probably do it a little bit more. You can do it with essential oils too. Like you can take, I don't know if I have peppermint oil here. I don't. But you could take, I have a lavender oil. You could put a lavender oil on your foot. Rub it. Do the same thing. Press, whoops here, foot flat. Press down. Press down. Press down. Press down. And it smells wonderful. Your feet gets a little moisturizer too. And there are some oils that are really great for reflexology and foot care also. Sometimes in my yoga classes and workshops, I do foot reflexology for the students, and I use different essential oils during that when I do the reflexology on the feet, and it's just a wonderful experience. So that one is called gait reflex. Very simple. That's something you can just kind of do when you're watching TV, right? Boom, 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 boom. I guess both of those you could do when you're watching TV. They're very simple. So hook up and gait reflex. And again, that's from this book, The Little Book of Energy Medicine by Donna Eden. It's not a very big book, and it's the kind of thing that there's lots of little gems in here. Very, very simple things that you can do very easily. Okay, so from here, I guess we're going to go into our yin. And if you have your mat ready, and maybe a pillow if you have it, or if you have blocks, that's great. I don't know that we're going to need blocks today, but anyway, I don't have any lunges planned. Sometimes I do lunges and everybody's like, oh, but no lunges today. All right, so let's start. Just an easy seat on your mat. So you're going to be facing the front of your mat, but I'm going to be facing you for now. Okay. Good. I need to adjust that camera just a little bit. Come forward here and just tweak it a wee bit. Okay. Better. Okay. So just find yourself an easy seat so your legs are crossed. Whatever's comfortable for you. Straight back, relax shoulders. Good. Take a nice deep breath. Sigh it out. Nice deep breath, sigh it out. And then take your right ear, bring it to the right shoulder. Come center. Left ear to left shoulder. from center. Chin to chest. Head back to neutral. Roll your shoulders back. If you hear clunking, that's perfectly okay. Roll them forward. And back again. Good. All right. Just shake yourself out a little bit. And then our first position tonight is going to be butterfly. So you can, if you like, you can use a bolster if you have one. You can use a block if you have one, or a pillow. But basically, you're going to bring the soles of your feet together. And this is where you modify for whatever your body is comfortable with. If you want to put a pillow here, lean forward. Or a block. Or a bolster if you have a bolster. Or if you're content doing this. You can put a bolster under your knees if you need extra support, if your knees are uncomfortable, or a pillow if you don't have a block. Did I say bolster? Anyway, if you need support under your knees, if your knees are uncomfortable, you can certainly do that. But we're going to hold this pose for 3 minutes, okay? I will time it. And if there's any of you who are not familiar with Yin, Yin yoga, as opposed to Yang yoga, is where you come into a pose, find your edge, which is basically not full-blown, I can't go any further, and not, oh, this is so comfy, I don't feel a thing, like restorative. But you find that middle place where it's just right for you, where you are feeling sensation, because we do want to work the tendons and the ligaments and the fascia. We do want to get that going there, but you want to be able to hold that pose for anywhere from 3 to maybe 6 minutes. And you want to find stillness while you're there. It's a somewhat meditative practice. You want to feel sensation. But some people feel sensation in different places than the intended place. Of the of the pose. So I'm going to set the timer right now. And I think I've been talking for about a minute. So we're going to hold this for 2 more minutes. This is a spinal stretch. This is the inner thigh stretch. But you may feel this in completely different places. Slowly bring yourself back up to seated. Stretch out your legs and shake them out. Good. Now bring your legs behind you and come into child's pose. So your knees are mat distance apart, your toes are touching, you're sitting on your heels. Again, you may want to bolster a block or pillow. If your knees are uncomfortable, you can put a blanket here. If your ankles are, not your ankles, your insteps are uncomfortable, you can put a blanket under here. Some people are uncomfortable with this area here and like to put a pillow here. But what we're going to do going to come down, and again, if you like, it's all about modification. You're going to come down. This is a nice spinal stretch, shoulder stretch. You may feel this in your quads. You may feel it in your glutes. So we're going to stay here for a total of 4 minutes. If you're using a pillow or something for your head, and you've got your head turned one way, after 2 minutes I'm going to switch your head to the other side. Okay? All right. Let's begin. If you have your head turned to either side, please turn it to the other direction. Take a nice deep breath and sigh it out. And then stretch yourself out onto your belly on your mat and rest for a moment. And if it feels good to you, roll your sacrum back and forth. Okay, gently bring yourself up onto all fours. And let's just do a couple of cat-cows. So inhale to cow. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Exhale, cat. Belly button towards the spine. And inhale, cow. Nice and slow. One more cat. And then come back to neutral. And now bring your hands to the front corners of your mat. And then drop your, depending upon how long your arms are, drop your head and chest towards the mat for melting heart. So this should still be like a 90-degree kind of an angle here of the hips over the knee here. So your hands may actually come off of your mat. Be here for about 3 minutes. If you need to pad your knees, if you have sensitive knees, take care to do that. The intention here is to feel this in your shoulders. It's also a spinal stretch. But you may feel this in other places as well. I feel this in my glutes. bring your arms back towards your chest. Let your legs go long, and then stretch out on your mat and rest. Again, you may rock your sacrum if that feels good to you. You may want to do that. From here, we'll move into Sphinx. So you keep your legs long behind you. Elbows come directly underneath your shoulders. Fingers are splayed. Palms flat on the mat. Now, I'm going to turn to face you. So you can I'm going to have to put my knees up. See if you can see this. In Sphinx, typically it's a very dynamic pose. You're almost like pulling your core off the mat, pulling yourself like almost across the floor. That's not what we're doing in Yin, okay? In Yin, you're using your skeletal structure in your arms to hold your body, but you're relaxing so that your shoulder blades almost come together. So it's a totally different feeling. It's a totally different movement of the body. You just let those shoulders sink into the body. The arms are holding you up. That's all that's holding you up is the arms. Okay, so I'm going to turn back, but I just kind of wanted you to get an idea of the difference in the dynamics of that pose. So here, elbows underneath the shoulders, fingers splayed. If you want to have a pillow for your head or a block for your head, that's fine. You're going to be here for about 3 minutes. Your toes are flat on the mat. Again, relax. Use your elbows and your arms, your bones in your arms to hold you up. Relax the neck, relax the head. Shoulder blades come together. Relax the glutes. Check to see if your jaw is relaxed. Gently slide yourself back down onto your belly and rest. And if you've had your head to one side, typically, then change it to the other side. Slowly roll on over to your back and bend your knees, feet flat on the floor. Palms are down by your side. Bring the right leg towards the ceiling. The foot does not have to be flexed. And then the left leg. Legs up the wall. We'll be here for just 2 minutes. This is a great pose to lower blood pressure, help you if you're trying to get to sleep. It's also a great pose to do if you are just getting off of an airplane and you have swollen feet, or if you've been walking a lot. Slowly bring the right foot back to the mat. Keep the knee bent. And then the right foot, keeping the knees bent. Gently bring both knees into your chest for a hug. Massage the sacrum. Then bring both feet back down to the mat. Goal post your arms and drop both knees to the left and bring your chin to the right shoulder for a torso twist. Slowly bring your knees back to center. Give yourself a gentle hug. And then drop the knees to the right. And then bring the chin to the left shoulder. Bring your knees back to center and give yourself one more hug. And then bring the soles of your feet together as in butterfly. Drop them to your mat. Give yourself a stretch. And then find your Shavasana. Take a nice deep breath and sigh it out. One more time. Nice deep breath and sigh it out. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes and bring yourself back to the presence of the space that you are in. Give yourself a nice big stretch. feels right, maybe hug your knees to your chest and rock a bit. And when you're ready, roll over to one of your sides and rest for a moment. And then use your breath and your hands to bring yourself up to a seated position. Softly close your eyes and notice how your body feels. Notice your breath. Notice your inhales and your exhales. Feel the energy in your body. Feel your heart space. Listen to it. Know that it only wants what's best for you. Bring your hands to your heart. I thank you for being here with me tonight. In this inaugural Facebook Live in Women Beyond Asanas. I wish you peace. I wish you joy. Namaste. Thank you for watching. If you watch on replay, please remember to let me know who you are and where you're watching from. And Karen, hi, thanks for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed it. And if there's any part of it that you missed, you can always go back and watch during the replay. I appreciate your being here. Thank you. And remember, this usually happens on Wednesdays, every other Wednesday. Tonight was a bit of an anomaly, but we will be here again in 2 weeks on Wednesday. So if there's anything that you would like me to focus on or to talk about or practice, let me know. And again, my thanks. And I will see everybody in 2 weeks on Wednesday. 6 o'clock p.m. for the gift of stillness. Thank you so much. Namaste.